In this video, you're going to hear some information from Bill, who wants to overclock your brain CPU. For example, how in the future it might be possible for you to install Call of Duty on your brain.
Got issues will hunt you down. Those around the earth don't breathe, you're not safe underground. Political landscape shape has been polarized. Now it's time to be built.
Hello, welcome to the channel where Bill knows best. In this video, get ready to experience excitement, joy, and fear together. And don't forget to write lots of comments about your fantasies. I promise to pin the best comment that gets the most likes. So let's get started. Probably after Michael Jackson, the most famous human on Earth might be this person. It's Elon Musk. The richest person on the planet, 53 years old, 187 centimeters tall, and weighing 85 kilograms, who has a bunch of space rockets and electric cars with the logos of SpaceX and Tesla. Sometimes he even participates in the Joe Rogan Experience show and likes to try new things. He has a project called Neuralink and wants to put a chip in human brains that can enable you to do things that are even difficult for Harry Potter. The interesting part is, what things? Elon Musk has said that he wants to use robot-like sewing machines in a 2-hour medical procedure, with tiny needles that can only be seen under a microscope, to implant a chip called Link into your brain. This chip can establish communication with the brain and enable you to do many things that you would otherwise be capable of doing, but cannot because there is no connection between your neurons. For example, you may have eyes and everything is in its place, but you were born blind and cannot see, because there is no connection between the optic nerve and the brain in that way. Or maybe you have legs but are paralyzed, and with the help of this chip, you can command your legs and walk. You can even send commands to your mobile phone or computer with this chip, or share your own emotions with someone else. These are very interesting things that now, by hearing them, the hormone serotonin is secreted in the hippocampus of your brain, and you tell yourself how cool it is. Even though many of you don't know exactly where the hippocampus is and maybe can't even pronounce its name. Hippotantus. Picohampus. Anyway, but since you are enjoying watching this video, the only thing you might see is the subscribe button, and you might want to subscribe to the channel right now and press your finger on the like button. Now that you know the connection between enjoying and subscribing, let's move on to the continuation of the story. You can do whatever you want, like liking, feeling thirsty, going to the bathroom, and whatever you think of. Your brain sends an electrical message that causes that movement or feeling to happen, and now this chip can decode all those electrical messages and perform two main tasks that can accomplish thousands of other tasks. 1. Receive signals from your brain and understand what feelings you have and what you are thinking and want. 2. Send signals to your brain and tell what you want and what you want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, our video starts from here. Technologies progress over time. Let's imagine what tasks can be done with this chip. It is better to know that as you are watching this video, preliminary experiments have been done on Pager and Gertrude. Pager is the name of a monkey that with this chip managed to play Pong with a computer, and Elon Musk even gave him a bunch of bananas as a prize. Gertrude is a pig that previously analyzed its brain reaction when finding food, and the chip has been connected to it for 2 months and possibly managed to imagine itself as Pumbaa from The Lion King in that time.
Ah, you ate it?
Yup.
Oh, some bacon!
Yup.
You may have heard about these things in programs about this project on YouTube before, but because this video is a new update, you should know that this project has received permission for human experiments, and now a chip has been placed on Noland Arbaugh's brain. And as you are watching this video, the first human is learning French and Japanese with the help of this chip, but you still don't know the meaning of avoir une araignée au plafond.
Hey, I'm Nolan. 7 years ago, I dislocated my C4, C5 while swimming in a lake. There were a lot of things to adjust to. Some things I would have never guessed would be difficult became very difficult. I mean, when I first actually moved the cursor with my mind, it blew my mind for like a whole day. And to be helping, to be able to be useful in some way, it completely changed how I live.
Moreover, he has chosen a name for his chip and called it Eve. Elon Musk has not yet said how much each chip will cost and whether you need to sell one of all your kidneys to buy it or just selling your house is enough. Does it also have Pro and Pro Max versions? Maybe he will accept Dogecoin instead of cash. Learning a language and listening to music in your mind are among the cool abilities, but after a while, they become repetitive and you humans are always looking to experience new things. That's why Elon Musk has decided to connect this chip to the internet. When it comes to the internet, it's like going to a restaurant and having a menu with billions of foods in front of you and being told to just place your order. Since right now, 500 kilometers above your head, Elon Musk's toys with the logo Starlink are orbiting the Earth and providing you with satellite internet, so you shouldn't worry about losing your brain internet connection. I'm sure many of you have a lot of fantasies and interesting things to do with this chip right now. For example, lying in bed without a phone or computer, browsing through scientific articles on a site like Cornhub to find the best one, or many of you downloading and installing Call of Duty on your 2.5 billion gigabyte brain memory, which is the fastest memory in the world. But these are just some simple things you need to be careful about before using it. Make sure to install a good antivirus on your brain before using it, or else a 16-year-old hacker might take control of your eyes and not only watch you while you're in the bathroom, but also smell all the scents you're experiencing in another country. Let's imagine, like all movies and games, that we are now in the year 2044, a year where everything is at the peak of its technology and the decor is all white. And let's talk a bit about our fantasies, what you might be able to do in the future after the advancement of this chip. Before anything else, I suggest if you're going to be influenced by movies and movie characters, don't look for Bollywood, or else Elon Musk might ban you. You can upload a martial arts tutorial file to your brain before leaving home, so that if someone tries to steal from you, they will face the Kung Fu Panda or Neo in the Matrix. Maybe you want to draw the Mona Lisa better than Da Vinci in an hour, while picking up a pen for the first time. Learning to swim no longer requires water, and while you're in the Saudi Arabian desert, you can learn to swim completely professionally, or even pay online and connect your mind to someone who is currently swimming in the sea, and feel the cold of the water on your body, and see and feel that scenery completely real. This project can have its own features for your relationships as well. For example, you're in your workplace, and suddenly you receive a message in your mind from your girlfriend saying, "Honey, why does it smell so much like women's perfume there?" This is because you've previously given her access to your sense of smell, and if sight and hearing are also included, she might be able to see exactly what your colleague is wearing, and maybe even understand how you feel about your colleague. Having such a chip on your brain can mean that you no longer need to exercise, and with a weight of 90 kilograms sitting in place, you send a message to your mind that you want to weigh 55 kilograms in 2 months or less, and your brain raising your body's metabolism and activities by sending messages and complying with this request. In fact, there are only 3 things between you and what you want to achieve with this chip. 1. Your level of creativity. 2. The type of chip and premium or standard subscription. 3. Laws. For the first option, maybe you can download the Creativity Collection and install it on your brain. And for the second option, achieve it by working at Musk Burger branches in 2044. But the third option is what you will face. Laws may include taxing the amount of emotions experienced in an hour, or 6 months of no access to chip facilities and living in the real world due to experiencing other people's privacy, or experiencing the hidden pleasures of the rich. Perhaps there is no need for Alcatraz prison for punishing others, and just a judge pressing a button, and you being imprisoned within your own thoughts and mind for 1 year. A question that you probably haven't thought about so far. What happens if, for whatever reason, this chip stops working properly? To answer this question, it's better to first answer another question. What do you think there is more of for each person? YouTube ads, McDonald's, or Anyway, don't stress your brain, the correct answer is virus. Let's imagine that at least 200 million people have implanted this chip in their brains and are enjoying life with it. This chip receives their emotions from the brain and sends them to the body. Now imagine one of these individuals getting infected with a virus like Toxoplasma gondii, a virus that causes aggression and a tendency to pass gas. Now that you understand how zombies in the series Walking Dead, despite not having legs, still try to move and pass gas on everyone, how do you feel? There are probably some gamers among you who are happy to hear this and want to get a lot of headshots. In normal mode, brain cells generate an electrical current of 1 millivolt to send a message, and that chip receives and analyzes the message. What do you think would happen to someone who has this chip in their brain and gets an electric shock with a 220-volt current? Is it possible that this chip explodes in their brain or gets hot due to the passage of electricity and harms the brain? Perhaps it will make you hear a remix of Adele and Eminem's song in your ear. Is there anyone who wants to experience this? Since there is nothing in this world that politicians, criminals, and big commercial companies have not intervened in, let's talk about that too. Imagine on a pleasant day in the summer of 2044, while lying on the couch and enjoying camel riding in Cairo, Egypt, you suddenly feel thirsty in a strange way, and every cell of your brain urges you to order a cool drink from a famous brand. And you know all of this may be completely random. Or, as you kiss your girlfriend, you suddenly think of voting for a presidential candidate. You may even receive an advertisement in your mind, and after opening it, they store all your memories and ask you to subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, they will broadcast all those films on the dark web. Well, now that you have become familiar with this technology a bit, tell me, what other uses do you think can be made of this technology? Is this good or bad? Do you think Pager and Gertrude still like to put chips in their brains? How do you see the future of the world and human life with the existence of a wealthy human who has a lot of interest in technology and has an X factor? Write your opinion in the comments now. Until the next video from Bill. Good.